Hey everybody, Forgotten Coins here, and today I want to show you my recent submission results from NGC. I made a video a while back showing what these coins look like raw before I sent them in. I believe there's 10 coins in this batch, and I haven't looked at the graved results yet. Typically, once I receive the shipping notification, I will look at the grades that I get back. But for this one, I decided to kind of hold off and see what comes of it. And so we're all gonna kind of be surprised here together. So give me a second, let me open this up and we'll take a look. All right, so I've got everything open and the invoice is mostly pulled out. It looks like I still have one in this one. But this was, again, through NGC, technically 3 separate submissions. So what it looks like is these 8 coins I had sent off just standard economy. And then this one and this one, I'm not sure which is which yet, but one of them is sent through the economy with a mint error add-on, and the other one's going to be a variety plus add-on. So why don't we start off with the standard 8, and then we'll go off on our extra little additions at the end, and we'll kind of see how we did. And so most of these are going to be, I believe, 1887. Actually, no. This one is going to be the mint error. So we're going to kind of look at this together and try not to spoil the grade yet. But this one is actually an 1884 Morgan dollar. I cracked it out of a third-party slab, but at least the error, which is likely going to be minor, but it's some type of either what I seem to be a strike through or a lamination right by that extra curl by the ear on her face. So really what I'm looking for is just, a straight grade and to get that mint error designation. So let's see how we did. Nice. I'm happy about the designation. I would have thought that this would have gotten a higher grade. I'm really surprised at a 62. It doesn't seem like it has that, it has some contact marks, but it doesn't seem anything excessive to warrant the low grade of a 62. Would have at least asked for a 63, but I'm happy with at least being able to get that minor lamination. That's a really cool piece to have. So let's go here. All right, so this is a toned piece dollar. I got it fairly recently, and the only, I guess, concern I have about this one is, again, whether it got a straight grade. Sometimes NGC, PCGS can be a little finicky when it comes to toning and color, especially when it comes to piece dollars. They didn't have nearly the same type of planchet wash or storage that kind of caused the same toning with the piece dollars, but it's got a good amount of luster. We'll see what it came out as. Yep, I'm not too surprised at that. If you watch the last video, I did mention that it's a possibility that this one could come back clean. You can see, a bit of hairlines on the wing, but I figured it, might have been minor enough to be worth a shot. But it is what it is. I don't really think there's an issue with the color. I think that's just NGC being finicky. But so that one's a bit of a bummer. I'm actually surprised that they note both details grades. That might be something new that NGC is going along with. But while we're at it, I want to save that V nickel for last. That's the one I'm kind of looking forward to. So the rest of these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. These are all going to be our, what I think are I think it's 1887 Philadelphia Morgan dollars. Yeah, and so for these ones, I was just hoping for, at least baseline of 64s. But, if we get 165 out of it, I'll be really, really excited. So let's kind of see what, whoa! Okay. Wow. I am thrilled. I did not think that these had a chance at a 6. But that is very exciting. That makes me really excited to see what comes of the rest of these. And the toning on this one is just really beautiful. And the Morgan dollar market has exploded in these past, recent 6 months. So that's a really nice coin. There is one in here. I don't have it. I haven't run into it just yet. That has a bit of a scratch by the tail, I believe. Yeah, and this one, I'm gonna guess if this one was a 66, you can kind of compare, how nice the cheek is. It's kind of hard to get in focus. So I think that this one that we've got coming up is likely either going to be a 65. We'll see. I'm at 65. Really happy about that. Really, really happy. And that's kind of what the thing with these submissions is. You've got to have coins that help offset your different costs, right? So the 66 and the 65 more than make up for this details coin, and it's still a really nice piece that I might crack out and just sell raw, obviously with a cleaned hairlines designation, because you can't, it's funny, some of these coins, once you see them in slabs, you're like, wow, how did I not pick up on that in the first place? And a lot of these 87s are pretty comparable, just different types of, markings. But let's see, we all have really good luster. Let's see what NGC gave this one. Wow, another 66. Jeez. I'm feeling very, very happy with this batch of coins. And what's awesome about these 87s is they all have so much, different die wear. Like you can see all the cracks of, by states of America through that lettering. And the die clashes by the edge of the wreath over here. They're just really nice coins. And again, just fantastic luster. Let's see what, I'll push for it. I'll say this one's a 66 as well. Let's see what we got. Okay, a 65. So we've got 3 coins of these 87s left. We've got 2 66s and 2 65s. And we're still waiting on that one with the little mark by the tail to come up. This one's got a little bit of toning right by the eagle's breast. And a bit of that, you can see those white marks by the cheek and the chin. Those are, likely water spots or just light marks from the planchette. It's not really something that was, kind of caused by, hits or marks. And you can kind of tell when, you've got actual luster on the coin because you can see multiple pivot points on these coins, especially when it's kind of indirect lighting like this. You can typically, at least on the Morgan dollars, you usually have one right here by the end of the hair and one right here by the I, and actually on the reverse, usually it's on either side of the eagle's wing. And so that's kind of what you can try and help look out for. Oops, showed the grade, but MS66, jeez. So we've got 2 65s and 3 MS66, 87 Philadelphia Morgan dollars. So this one is the one that I'm just a little worried about as far as this marking down here. But we'll kind of see what it says. Obviously our, I've said it before that, it could either mark it down a grade or they could just details it. But this submission has more than made up for itself. We'll see what NGC did with this one. Yep, I kind of figured that would happen, but that's okay. I'm still very happy with the rest of these. Let's see this last 87 Philadelphia. Really nice coin. Let's take a look. MS66. Wow. So out of all that, we got 4 Mint State 66 Morgan dollars. We got a couple details coins. We had 2 MS65s. We still have our mint error lamination. And this last one that I'm the most excited about is a V-nickel that I cracked out from a PCGS original green holder, the OGH. And it was an MS65, and you might think I'm a little crazy for cracking that out, but I just thought this coin was phenomenal. And the reason why I cracked it out is if you look at this top end of the one, it's actually right in this little section by the one right there. It's actually a repunched date. And so when I submitted this, my purpose was to, at minimum, if I could keep a 65 and then also get that mint error, or not mint error, variety designation, that would put me, just make me really excited, because when I bought it, it wasn't designated, and it was actually off of Great Collections. And so there's, always a premium for, coins with those type of varieties and repunch dates. So let's see what we got out of this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to check in with NGC. I'm fine with the 65. I'm gonna have to check in with them as far as this mint error, or not mint error, variety designation, because I paid for it and it was supposed to be designated. It matches all the die markers. But I have, excuse me, but I have heard of people paying for it multiple times and having to actually submit photographs with the coin. But I've had issues with NGC and their, them putting different mint marks on the label. So we'll just have to check in with their customer service department and see what they've got to say. But overall, everybody, I think the highlight was, this Morgan dollar submission. I was hoping just for a couple 65s and the rest 64s, but it kind of blew me out of the water with that one. So that's it, everybody, for me. Let me know what you think, what you thought of my submission results, and what your recent experience has been with NGC and PCGS as far as grading results, if they're consistent, inconsistent, and if you've ever done any type of bulk submissions. Well, this isn't really bulk, but at least multiple coins at the same date, just trying to get a different variation of grade. But yeah, everybody, that's it from me today, and I hope you have a great day.